well. This is branded Shatterer. Caught me at a bad time. Just died. That's Star Wars in the background. Let me turn it down. So this is the Jaha Bluffs Shatterer, the new one. So he's like purple and green. This is the pre-event. So these 4 robots here help you with the fight. It's something further back. I only just joined in halfway down the road, so I can't show you where it started, but I think it is there's a camp somewhere. It might be in this vicinity or further down, maybe here-ish, this place. There's an event that starts there, and then they take this path all the way up through the map to where we are now. Now we are just waiting for him to start. I think he's supposed to start in 5 minutes, but it could be any time. Everyone's taking up their positions. Just got a bunch of loot from doing something. Oh my gosh, my brain's not working. I was just in Silver Wastes. And I noticed this was up and I thought I'll come and have a look. There's quite a lot going on in this fight. I mean, like a lot going on. I'm not 100% sure on the phases of the fights either, but there are a few phases. Pretty much just rocking up and seeing what happens. I'm on like a crash ship, I guess. Across the way over there, a portal, a Rift Guardian arrives there, and one on here, sort of at the back here, and we have to kill those Rift Guardians down very quickly because the Shatterer, when he arrives, he heals during that phase. So say he's on like 35% and we don't kill the Rift Guardians or something, he goes all the way back up to like 60% or something, which is annoying. Not that much, it's just an example. But yeah, so when the Rift guys pitch up, we have to nuke them down, as in kill them really quickly. Yeah, this drifts around, you can fly over him. Jump. I almost always miss the ones up here because you have to be out of combat to use your mounts, and when you see this you'll see there's so much happening on the map. There's centaurs chasing you or stampeding past you, red circles on the ground, people get frozen in crystals, other veterans, elites, commanders, champions. So much is happening. Again, like I said with my last video, I almost always go down in here. It's impossible not to, for me. I do try not to, but sometimes it is unavoidable. Yeah, I think it is 5. Good post. Got something in the TP for me. Oh, here he comes. I just want to get the view of him flying over because it's a pretty cool one, but I just gotta get the angle right. So those domes over there are like a zone where a portal's been opened from another realm, and you have to go into those zones and defeat all the mobs in there, and then it goes back to normal again. If you haven't done the story yet, you should, because it's Good. Very good story. And the cities here, or places that you explore, are really quite interesting. Yeah. I'm just trying to close this thing and I ended up opening it by accident. Yeah. This is the squad. Normally, when you're in a squad and you're in, like, say, a different map, like this person's in a different map to us, you right click on the commander, come into their map, and try finding the commander in here is like a nightmare. So normally what the commander would do is put themselves in a separate party. That's the word, party. This is not my commander is the green one. His name is going to be Inspector Riddler. There he is. Inspector Riddler is below. So you put if you're a commander and you want to make a party, I mean a squad, put yourself in like group 2 or some other group that's not the same. So when it comes to switching maps, people can get in quicker. I get the impression this one might be full because these people haven't joined yet. I know you say, how can a map be full? Well, it can be. Like, there's a limited amount of players that each sort of zone or event can have in it. He's gotten in, but he's away. Okay, you see people. There's a lot more people here than it looks like. As soon as he pitches up, you'll see it gets crazy. I mean, seriously crazy. There's another bit that normally happens. A pre-event where you get these worms that come out of the ground and help you fight, but I'm guessing that pre-event never happened because they're not here. It just makes managing the mobs slightly easier, maybe slightly easier. Yeah, this fight is very easy actually. It's just long, and the phases where you have to go away and kill the Rift Guardian has to happen. Sorry, I crossed up your name. Otherwise, there he comes. Oh jeez, I was standing in the wrong place for that. You couldn't get a proper view of him. I've got a friend who likes the look of this dragon so much that they want to make their character the same colours, which, I mean, if you think about the original Shatterer, he doesn't, I mean, he looks like a dragon, but it's like sort of smooth, whereas this one is, you know, very fancy. Imagine having this as a mount instead of a griffin, a dragon. Oh, wouldn't that just be amazing? Now if we can get this bright bar down, he doesn't do an ability, the crystal's ability. Guess we didn't do it in time. Stop the... Oh gosh, you see I've got such bad lag. So many people here. But you see what I mean about the floor? And how many mobs there are. There are loads of mobs. There's so much going on. If you've got what I've got right now, Jumpy, it's impossible to see what the hell's going on. I guess I could leave the squad. Sometimes leaving the squad makes it easier, but a lot of the time it makes no difference whatsoever. There's actually a daily for those twisters over there. Here you go, an active disturbance, there's one. If you go into the twisters and it takes you away, make sure that when you get out at the top you use your glider, because otherwise you fall to your death. But normally there's a daily in this zone that if you go into the twister, the big one, or these small ones, oh snap, lots of a dodge, and go in there and get to the top like that. I've already done it, that's why it doesn't show up for me. But do you see that? You just fall straight to the ground if you don't use your glider. You go splitty splatty. There's just so much going on, I can't blinking see. You see now a lot of people in that fight didn't go and kill the guy. Now he's on 68%. Just make a note of that. 67, 66, 65. There'll be a phase where the disturbance will be detected. There's a downed person. I'll see if I can res them. Oh, they've gone. Okay. And if they don't go like they're supposed to, I think he goes up in the air. 53%. Still very laggy. Come on, break his bar. I know they can't hear me, but you wish people would, I don't know, use some logic. Okay, he's off. This guy's dead. Now, when you're dead, I would recommend just rezzing at the nearest waypoint and running back, because this fight takes ages. It's not like a 5-second fight. There's a lot going on, and you can easily get on your mount, your raptor or whatever, and run back. You know? And you'll be back in time to kill the mob. You will. Oh, crikey. I'm just fine. I'm just going to fall down to my death in a minute. Oh, there you go. I thought so. Now, this is an example. My point. Because when you're dead, you're out of combat. In this place. And you can do it. My loading screen always takes a long time. Okay. Back we go. When you're dead, and as in when you're down and you can't press any buttons to get yourself up, it makes better sense, and I would say it's more efficient if you just res yourself and run back. Because people who are trying to res you aren't doing the DPS they're supposed to do, and so, you know, damage would take a hit, I guess. But it's just so much more efficient, and also taking responsibility for your death if you just run back. No, he's still there. I haven't missed anything. I've hit him already in any case, so even if I did, even if he was down while I was gone, you know, it's not dramatic. A lot of people are like, oh no, I can't leave because then I won't get loot. You will get loot. If you hit him, like I've hit him, you have some participation in the fight. Then, oh, there you go. Disturbance has been detected. I'm going to get hurt again. Go down, I mean. See, now that person there, that dead person there, is a potential DPSer, or tank, or whatever you guys prefer, that's just lying dead on the ground. And he could be contributing. Or she could be contributing to the fight. Instead, they've been lying there dead for how long? Waiting for somebody to res them in all this chaos. I mean, sometimes there are people who can do that, but most of the time, people are focused on the fight, like this exact thing here right now, and they can't res. And most of the time, people only res other people who've got their hands out. You know, that ability when you go down to put your hand out, kind of reach out. Most people only res if you've got that happening. So if you're dead, people are going to wait till the end of the fight to res you, and then you'll have missed out on all that participation that you could have had. Just lying on the ground, dead. Yeah, you suffer damage, but in this game you don't pay for repairs. Like in World of Warcraft, you see you went up 40% because people didn't leave and go and do the thing. In World of Warcraft, when you go down, yes, you suffer damage, and you have to pay for repairs. I mean, I remember doing a key with some of my friends in WoW, and we wiped like, I don't know, 6, 7 times. And when we got out of there, my repair bill was something like 351 gold, something like that. Whereas in this game, you don't pay for repairs. Look, they're still lying there. Could have totally been contributing right now to the fight. Oh, there you go, they're running off because there's someone here. He could have been contributing to the fight, but he's been lying on the ground the whole time. I'm trying to get into this thing in case you're wondering what the heck I'm doing. I'm chasing after that thing. Trying to get in. But now I've got something on my head. Oh, I can't get up. Okay. But yeah, you see he's going up 49. By the time I get there, he's normally dead. So just run back. You see what I mean there? Look, 40%. He was on 25. And normally with these fights there's a time limit. So this one says he's got 8 minutes left. And a lot of the time 8 minutes on 30% is nothing. But with this fight you have to get those Rift Guardians. You have to get them. Because he draws power from those rifts and heals himself. See, now he's doing something. Oh, snappity snaps. Dodge, dodge, dodge. probably not in the best place right now, but I'm trying to avoid all those bits and bobs on the ground there. Oh, he's down. There you go. So I've got the daily mission of killing him. Somewhere in here it's gonna be... Okay, banners, blah blah. Here's the chest. Like I said before, my previous video is if you don't have auto loot like I do, where it just randomly pops up here in the corner, I would suggest just running down this around it, like what I'm doing, just to make sure you've got it. Because sometimes when you die in a fight, well, a lot of the time when you die in a fight, you the chest doesn't loot automatically, and you think, oh, I've looted it, but you haven't. So you have to sometimes just walk over to it and click on it. But yeah, that was that one, and that was quite easy, quite an easy fight really. The reason why you see so many people here is because he drops a rare infusion. I've seen the infusion. There's at one of the places. I think it is this place down here. I'll go there and show you. You can buy a preview of it. So the effect. Apparently, it's extremely rare. I've never actually checked on what the drop rates of things are. I mean, it's just, you know, I love playing this game for fun. It's not about all the fancy stuff you can get, although they are a bonus to have fancy things. It's not all that the game is for me. I enjoy just playing it. Where's this vendor person? I was here with Prince Adam and found it. Now I'm might be the heart guy. Is that the heart guy? That's the heart guy. Nope, he wants me to do his heart before he'll talk to me.
Researchers got any intel that might help the Pact hold on to this camp?
Anyway, he drops, well, he doesn't drop him, you buy it off him, the appearance example of what the purple looks like. This basically makes your skin all purple, like crystals. Always do that. I'm gonna go back to Lily. Now I did do an silver wastes just before this, so I've got loot from that as well, so it's not a real, like a true representation. But I had limited time. I'd literally just done the boss and I saw that Death Branded was coming up, the big guy, and so I thought I'd just pop over there quick. So let's see what we got. Normally just the generic things, so unidentified gear and Mistonium. Mistonium is the currency for that place, that you mine it. I would suggest holding on to it, not just buying random things with it, because... one second. Because there's this new gear coming out. In the Jar Bluffs place. Fancy gear, and I think you need those thingies for it. The Mistonium. I'm not sure how much, or in passing somebody mentioned it one day and I have been holding on to mine because of that. 5 gold. Okay. Let's see. Deposit, compact, salvage. Oh, now you see these guys here. You don't want to just salvage them. You want to either open them and then salvage what comes out of them, or sell them on the TP. I know people prefer selling them, and others who like to open them. Like I'm going to open them now because they've recently added some new appearances, skins and things to the game, and greens and blues and all sorts. So I want to get them. All this that I'm going to break down is going to get broken down. I want to press accept, and if I don't have any of the appearances, so if there's something in here that's grayed out for me, then when I break it down, it'll automatically be added to my wardrobe. It like pops up here in the corner. And now before I do that, go to TP and see what's yellow that I can sell. See, now there's 120. Now if I click on it, it should say something. Yeah, there you go, 20 as well. Yeah. Elonian Warhorn. Anything under 25 I just break down because I need the materials anyway. I'm currently trying to make the Ascension, the backpack. So this backpack that I'm currently wearing from the PvP, it's the precursor, I guess you call it, to the fancier ones. And I want the fancy ones. I've just made Sunrise, so I don't have any mats. I need to just keep everything I get my hands on, basically. And I'm just gonna break down all those yellow ones now. Mystic Salvage Kit. There you go, Asian Entropy. That's when you break down a certain amount, so you get 200 bits of gear. Jaha Hero, Karma. I normally just eat my Karma. Deposit material, don't use it, because if you use it, it gives you Karma in exchange. If you want to get Karma, fine. But if you're like me and you want to save the Mastonium, there you go, see I've got something nice out of that, then deposit it, don't use it.
The spoils of battle.
Just keep going really until it's all done. I do it in like sessions. I just go through it slowly, you know. See what I've got basically. Method to my madness, I guess. So in stages, open a bag, see what's in that bag. Annoys me when I've already got it. It's so irritating.
The spoils
1
of
second.
battle.
Yeah, and then, oh, see, I got that nice mask, put that back. And then, Mystic. Deposit. Compact. Now I hit these other bags. Sometimes there's an overflow of stuff. I just double check. Eat. A sinister recipe. I normally just go down the list, but if you need a specific one, then you can go for that one. But I just get whatever and stick it in there. Now this one here, see what it sells for. Not much. It's got Superior Rune of Mercy. So now if I use my fancy Blackline Salvage Kit, it should get that out for me. There it is. Deposit. See how much that's worth. Okay, not much. This one, 32. So that was what made up the bulk of the price of that item. You see, sometimes an item is worth more when it's broken down into like its base components versus selling it as one piece. And then I run over here to the bank. That's normally what I do. And just stick it all in the bank. And my bank is very untidy. I'll just put that out there now. Normally what I do is I send all of this stuff to my mom's account because she plays occasionally, because I can carry 750 and this is all just overflow. Whatever I can send, I normally send it to her because she's busy leveling her. leveling her account skills. Anyway, that's everything, and let's see what we do next. Goodbye.